Hey everybody, thank you for checking out this video. Today what I'm going to be talking about is a original DC Metropolitan Police 1972 Vespa Sprint 150. As you can see here, this is in unrestored condition. And I recently acquired this from one of my co-workers who, after he saw me driving to work in my 1972 matching DC Police Fury replica, he went on the hunt for an original DC Police Vespa, and he found one almost completely intact. I think the only thing it's missing is the original windshield. He got it running. It was owned by a fireman that bought it at the auction in the 80s. And he recently sold it to me, called me up, and I said, absolutely, I'm on the way. So here it is. I am totally new to two wheels and totally new to Vespas, but I've had it about a couple of days now. So he showed me the ropes, and I'm just kind of learning as I go and researching. So here we go. I'm going to start it. A couple things about this, the DC Police Vespas, is they didn't have any key. And many people might say, oh my God, what police officer would want to get caught on one of these? Now, when you talk to a lot of our retired guys, they loved these things. Okay? Mostly what we used this for was sort of how the Army uses the Cavalry. Instead of horses, this was the officer's horse that they would ride into violent skirmishes, mass demonstrations, anti-war protests, riots, the '68 riots, the May Day protests of 1971, anti-war protests, the Hanafi, Iran protests. In DC, we are constantly running into protests, sometimes mostly peaceful, but every now and then they get violent. And this was our horse that we used to ride into battle with. This was the Cavalry. And the way typically this would work is this was assigned, each precinct in the city was assigned a CDU platoon, Civil Disturbance Unit. And usually one per station commonly would be a whole entire platoon of 30 to 40 officers, 4 sergeants, and typically a commanding lieutenant. And one precinct usually would have a scooter squad. So that's 30 to 40 Vespas, officers assigned to Vespas that would go into mass demonstrations, to divide a line, split up the crowd to keep the peace. And a lot of officers loved it, because if you were on one of these, a lot of times you were going right into the front line. And these things saw a lot of violent, a lot of protests, a lot of mass arrests, and definitely a piece of history. So these were not the Meter Maids, these were not the ticket bikes. These were the real deal horses from the Cavalry that went into battle. So here we go. I'm going to start it. Okay. Pulled out the choke. The carburetor. This is a 6-volt system. All right. The fuel is on. So it's dripping into the carburetor. It's gravity fed. Okay. Going to give it, make sure it's in neutral. Okay, there we go. 2-stroke engine, 6 volts. Okay, now that it's warming up, we're going to push the choke back in. and it's good to run. A couple of things the DC Police Vespas had that are unique to them only. There's a little kill switch back here. So if you own one of these, found one in an auction and it don't run, make sure the kill switch has got power. That was probably so they didn't get stolen when they were on protests and stuff, because there was no key. The battery tray was, I believe it was a 12-volt battery that we had separately connected. And I believe that was for the headlights, because 6-volt headlights are absolutely horrible. Or they were, that battery was so when the bike was off, the headlights could be on. Because you cannot have a Vespa and leave the lights on, the old school Vespas like this one. Everybody, thanks for watching.